Okay, my name is Talon and I am going to give my 2 cents worth review on the Victorinox RangerGrip 71 Gardner. I've had this for a few years now. They still sell them, and let you know my thoughts on this. Okay, first of all, I'll just talk about the basics. I did my numbers and wrote them down. It's 217 grams, which is 7.7 and 5/8 ounces. The length closed, I didn't do a length open, but length closed, okay, 5 1/8 inch or 13 centimeters, okay, and that's just rounded, okay. The knife blade is 4 3/4 inches, which is about 12 centimeters. The saw is 4 inches, which is about 10.2 centimeters. And the cutting part on the scissors is 1.5 inches, which is about 3.8 centimeters. And this is the RangerGrip Gardner, or RangerGrip 71 Gardner. Okay, I am going to mount this up on a tripod for when I'm actually showing some uses. Okay. I usually wear gloves when I work. Just open up the saw like this. It does not lock, okay? It does not lock. But I'm going to use it for cutting, and I wouldn't do really big wood with it, but this is about 1.5 to 2 inches across. So as I'm doing this, I have noticed that as long as I'm not putting a lot of pressure against it, this will cut really easily. This is a pretty hard wood, not sure exactly what it is, but I found it on the road a little while ago. Let me have that. Thank you. I'll let him have it. Don't know if that showed up, but my dog loves sticks. Well, I was going to show how well this strikes on a ferro rod if I can get my puppy out of the way. Okay, I'll put him inside. I don't want him getting cut on accident. Okay, the spine on the back of the saw is really good for ferro rods, and I've used this ferro rod an awful lot. And normally I would do this in this position here, but I don't really have anything I'm going to be able to press down on good to start a fire. But makes some really good sparks. It does discolor the saw a little bit, but you can actually just rub that and it comes right off. Okay, I'm going to show that you can baton a little bit with this. I would not baton really heavy material or very thick wood, but if I had to baton something kind of thin like this that my dog's been chewing up, then this will actually do it pretty well. Just kind of open up the knife blade. Now, instead of locking it all the way back, and it is a locking blade with this liner lock, I go about halfway like that. Yeah, and I've seen a lot of demonstration when people recommend doing it this way. That way you don't put a lot of stress on that joint. Okay. And you just tap it in. Yep. It kind of locked itself open, but you can take it at this point though, just give it a little twist and it's going to actually just let you split it apart. So that's pretty good. This will shave wood down where like feathers stick really well. I'm not going to take time to make some really nice looking feather sticks, but this does cut very well. It's a very good blade. Very, very good blade. I've used this every day for more than a year. Actually, I got this in 2017, I think. And I just strop the blade after I use it, and it's been holding an edge really good. So you can do some really, really good cuts with it. Let me kind of get that out of here. Push that to lock it. Alright, so we showed saw, we showed this. Let's take a look at these scissors. So I'm going to move the camera a little bit, and we're going to go cut some onions. We got this good raspberry bush growing right here, by the way. Planted that a while back when it was about a foot tall. We're not going to cut on this one today though. That's going to save for another day. I got some strawberries and tomatoes growing on the other side of the fence. I got a bunch of garlic growing on the other side of the fence. But one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to be just trimming some of the parts of the onions here. Like when the shoot, I guess that's what you call it, when that bends, it'll actually die there. So I don't want it to die. I'm just going to cut that and we'll put it in a salad later. Cuts pretty easily. See, I've got another one over here I'll do. By the way, growing these types of onions are really easy to do. God, look how big this is. It's really easy to do. When we bought green onions at the store, that's what these are. I cut off about the 1/4 inch just above where the roots are, and I just stuck that part in the ground and we ate all the rest of it. And then these just will regrow, and normally we'll cut it down at the very bottom about 1/2 inch from the soil and it'll just regrow. I mean, I regrew some for 7 years straight one time before he sold our house, and then my neighbor wanted the onions, so I let him dig them up and take them. Going to take a little bit of time to talk about some improvements I think they could have made on this. This is a great tool. My wife loves this tool. I love using this tool. It is great. Okay, now we got this particular one because it's got the corkscrew on it, and that's just, I use this for a lot of little tasks. I don't actually drink wine or anything, but I use this for a lot of little tasks. Like if I can twist this into a knot that's kind of stubborn to get out and give it a little pull, it'll actually help, you know, undo some tight knots and things like that. But if they would have taken and put a square post screwdriver on it, like this Gerber MP600 that I've got, then you could take one of these little bit adapter things that a lot of multi-tool companies make. This came from a like an old Winchester or Remington that I had, and it'd fit because it's square. It would fit right on there. Okay, magnetic, of course, not coming off. But then I can put all these different bits in it. I can put socket adapters in it, things like that. I really think instead of offering a corkscrew or a round Phillips screwdriver, that they could put a square post Phillips screwdriver here and be able to actually get more use out of this particular tool. So I think that would be an improvement they could have made. Or they could have done this like they did with some of their other tools. Like this is the Boatsman, right? And they have, I'm not sure how good we can see this, they have this this indentation in here. It goes down a couple centimeters for putting in hex bits. Oh, let me pull some out that actually came with this tool. Like say for this particular screwdriver, fits in there nice. Okay, it's not super long, but you can do some things with it. But if they actually did something like this onto all of their multi-tool type knives that have this body configuration, you know, the RangerGrips, then they actually could come up with a much better tool just because they add this little part like that. As it is, I would give this RangerGrip 71 a 10 out of 10. Very good knife. My batoning technique is not that great, so you know, the blade did want to, you know, kind of move itself a little bit while I was doing that, but that's, you know, that's my fault. And I don't normally baton with this, you know, this type of knife anyway. I usually will do that with a full tang knife, one that doesn't fold. But 10 out of 10 on this RangerGrip 71. Move that out the way. So my name is Talon. That's my 2 cents worth. It's my opinion on this knife after having used it for several years. Have a wonderful, peaceful day, and goodbye.